It's 2022, and guess what? Cloud chasing virtue signalers are still a massive issue. Today we're going to be talking about a Twitch streamer called Bad Bunny. For those of you that may not know Bad Bunny, she is most infamously known for
expecting blah blah blah. Like, how are you consuming this free entertainment? Like, how do you think free entertainment is available to you? It's because other people actually provide money so you can be a cheap ass. That's it. Other people provide money because they're generous and they see like a thing that they want to support, a form of entertainment they want to support, and then you leech. That's the reality of it. Period. If you're watching Twitch as a non-donating, non-sub, you are leeching. Does that mean that you should feel bad about it? I don't know. But the reality is that you are leeching. I'm going if you like the content, blah blah blah. How that results in 0 subs. There are regulars here. $5 a month. How do you have hours of time to watch me and not $5? I don't know. What are you doing with your life where you have hours of time to watch Twitch and not $5 to provide for the content that you're watching? Look at, I have a wall of non-subs. This is fucking actually really heartbreaking.
Now, while I do agree with her to a certain extent that yes, free entertainment on Twitch is made possible by those people that pay, I completely disagree with her entire attitude about it because quite frankly, if you're doing Twitch streaming, you should be doing it as a hobby, not as a full-time job. It's like the same equivalent of how politicians were never supposed to actually be full-time career politicians. They were supposed to be doing it in the best interest of the people. Well, we can obviously see that that's not the thing that's going on today, but that was her previous actions about a year ago. We're not here to talk about that. Instead, we're here to talk about how she got absolutely destroyed and roasted by Know Nothing TV. So she made a tweet that she sat there and she ended up deleting, basically talking that J.K. Rowling is also anti-Semitic on top of being transphobic. Well, the funny thing is that when she was asked to provide some kind of a proof on it, she just ended up laughing it off. Now, nothing tells you more that you are in the right and that you are 100% on point with what you're talking about than by deleting your tweet afterwards, because I literally couldn't find it. I had to go find Optimus's video on it and actually get the tweet from him in order to even be able to show it here in the video. But Know Nothing didn't back down. He roasted this girl in probably the best I got you owned moment I have ever seen. So as you can see here, Know Nothing responded after being laughed off about why he has to sit there and show, or why she has to sit there and show evidence about what she's talking about. And this is exactly what he hit her back with. I don't think it's crazy to ask for evidence of someone being anti-Semitic / racist, etc. before believing it. And it shouldn't be hard to provide if the claim is justified. For example, if someone asked me for evidence that you might be a bigot, I could share things that you've said, and then dumps a piling, steaming, massive amount of exposure that he was able to collect over deleted Discord DMs, deleted tweets that she sat there and she's made, all these different call outs and whatnot. I mean, this man completely roasted her beyond all absolute, belief. This woman has to be suffering from third-degree burns if she actually had any kind of self-awareness about who she was as a person and what she was actually doing. But unfortunately, as we all know, when you're a pretty white woman like she is, yeah, you're not going to be feeling the effects of having to worry about such petty things such as self-awareness and understanding that your words have consequences and that you should probably not be calling other people out if you yourself are not 100% clean of that issue and subject matter, especially when it comes to the internet. I know, crazy concept, crazy thought, but this is kind of where we're at this point. Know Nothing then followed follow-ups with to clarify a few things. I do think J.K. Rowling is transphobic, and even if I haven't seen enough evidence to justify calling her anti-Semitic, that doesn't mean she definitely isn't anti-Semitic, and it also doesn't negate her transphobia. Also, while there is an endless amount of evidence for Bad Bunny being a bigot in her 30s, that doesn't mean that she hasn't been or can't be rehabilitated. It would just be nice if she could extend a fraction of the charity to others that she expects other people to extend to her. So basically what Know Nothing is saying here is that he's basically trying to go over the fact that, like, hey, everybody's made mistakes, and obviously if you're wanting to rectify those mistakes and become a better person because of it, well, you know what, that's totally fine, that's totally acceptable. And then Bad Bunny followed up with this despicable, disgusting tweet here. A friendly reminder to report people for hate speech when they post screenshots of bigoted slurs. This woman is so inept and unable to have any kind of shred of self-awareness that she is literally admitting that what she has said and what she posted and what she discussed was bigoted slurs, and is literally asking her fans to report Know Nothing TV to take down his evidence against her. Like, if you don't know what Bad Bunny's content actually is, I have drudged through about an hour of her content to save you the time, hassle, and headache of actually having to look at her yourself. And let me kind of summarize her entire stream. If she's not accidentally spewing some bullshit like pandering, like leftist agenda that she herself doesn't believe, she's then sitting there and trying to do some race baiting, talking about how white people are bad and how they've created this entire society. Yeah, girl, you might want to take a look at yourself in the mirror. You may be forgetting that you are part of the problem, according to your own words that you want to state there. And what's even worse about it is that, man, don't get me wrong, Know Nothing TV, while I do 100% support him in this entire argument that he's bringing up against her, and the facts that he's, like, shooing at her, plus his memeing is absolutely hilarious. I mean, this man has taken this and run so well with it, and it's just made her one hell of a giant meme on his Twitter page. While I do agree with him in the regards of him calling her out like he is, I may not personally agree with his actual world views. That doesn't change that what the man is saying is 100% right. And the sad thing is that he's trying to extend a friendly hand. Bad Bunny has literally put herself in a position now where things like this...
I, for one, would never be involved with a guy who's bisexual. If a guy's, like, having sex with other guys... and then he's like, oh, maybe I'll try having sex with you. I'm like, even black people, if you found me a black bisexual man, I might throw up in my mouth at the thought of sexual contact with him. You can't hate gay people anymore. Why not? I want to hate whoever the fuck I want to hate.
Are going to get used against her out of context and are also going to be mass reported by people for it. Now, the funny thing about this, and the interesting part, is that Bad Bunny has this great way of saying that, oh, it's just a joke, like, dude, you don't understand, I'm just trolling and I'm just joking. Yet those videos I showed you guys earlier in the video, like her $5 a month video, or her sitting there bitching about the free entertainment that gets provided because of the fact that people pay for it, yeah, for some reason they're nowhere to be found in her top clips on Twitch. Dude, that's crazy. I mean, you're so proud and you're so stand by what you have to say. Like, why would you actually delete those clips and not want them on your channel? That's a very telling side of who she really is. My problem with Bad Bunny isn't necessarily the facade or the act of this communist queen that she likes to promote, even though that's her top thing on her Twitter bio. My problem with her is that she has a habit of cherry picking things. And then when people cherry pick things on her, she sits there and she gets upset about it and mad. Like, check out this tweet. 91% of those who view my videos are males. Why? Why so few women? And this is by Jordan Peterson. Now, if you don't know who Jordan Peterson is, he makes a lot of very good, logical, constructive, like criticism videos about our modern day society. He doesn't lean to the left or to the right. He just simply presents things as he understands them based on the research and data that we have. And look at what she sits there and what she posts up here and cherry picks with him. Jordan Peter, don't waste your time debating women. Women just want attention. Watch out, men. Women are lying about you. And that's what she wants to cherry pick when he wants to ask, like, why so few women sit there and want to watch him. Well, you know what, Bad Bunny, we can also keep cherry picking on the fact that you're literally just as bigoted and just as much of the problem based on these screenshots that we have here, based on that video that I just showed here about you talking about how you refuse to date black men, even though that is a personal preference. And I'm not advocating that you should love, like, you should learn to love somebody if they're bisexual. If you're not into that, you're not into that. If you're not into black men, you're not into that. Like, I'm sorry, it just is what it is. But the thing is that she wants to sit there and she wants to be this champion and this queen, this communist queen, this leftist queen, for shit she doesn't even believe in. And it's very obvious that she's a poser and she's a faker, but not in the way that her fans try to defend her. You see, her fans like to defend her and saying, like, the whole $5 a month thing and, like, the whole thing about her flipping out about free entertainment. They're sitting there and they always try to argue that, like, oh, that's just an act. That's just an act. That's not really who she is. That's not really what she's actually all about. Dude, if she stopped making money from Twitch, like, if everyone stopped paying her and stopped subbing and everything else like that, I promise you, she would be out of here and we would never hear another word from her faster than you can click off any video by her. I promise you that's exactly what would end up happening. In fact, she's so desperate for additional income, she just made a new post. Fem lewd posters. What are Twitch's rules for being a streamer and posting lewds? Like, right now, I want to post a cute lewd here on Twitter, but I don't want to violate Twitch TOS. I think it should be fine, but is there any fine print that I'm missing? Girl, you're not fooling anybody. You're literally trying to milk as much of your, like, simp fan base that you have as much as you humanly can, and the second that that cow stops producing milk for you, you are out of here. You have no interest or care for it. Watch, I want to bet once she sits there, once she gets up to a couple more followers, a couple, like, she becomes bigger from all the controversies that she's creating, OnlyFans page coming. Watch, or some variation of OnlyFans. Like, I almost want to bet on this right now. This is the direction she's going, because the thing is, for somebody that's such a communist, man, she is sure aggressive about making every little bit of money that she possibly can.
$5 a month.
I guess maybe what she really means when she says that she's a communist is that not that she believes that everybody should win. It's all for me, none for thee. So your $5 better be going to Bad Bunny every single time. Now, the even better part about this, just how socially unaware she is of the situation that she's in. This is another tweet that she recently posted after her whole controversy of being called out by Know Nothing TV. And it encompasses her victimhood in the nth degree. So check it. She made another tweet, again, after deleting her tweet, got her in trouble to begin with. I love that right now I have a swarm of misogynistic people seeing the anti-racist content I make as evidence that, quote, she's trying to look like she's not a bigot, and, quote, look, she's trying to cover her tracks. Sigh. There's really no winning with the mob. Well, you know, first of all, anybody that has tried to appease the leftist mob has found out that, yeah, you can't do it. Being woke, you're never woke enough. but it's hilarious because she sits there and she tries to play herself off as the victim of like, well, I just can't make anybody happy. You know, Bad Bunny, maybe don't be advocating how much of a great virtue signaler you are and how you're a champion for all the minorities while turning around and posting videos about how you would never date any of them and how you find it just disgusting and ew and icky, and then turning around and trying to call somebody out for your virtue signaling in your clout, and then getting called out yourself and then backing up and being a victim. That would maybe help. See, if you actually had morals and beliefs that you stood by and that you were willing to die for and that you truly genuinely believed, maybe this wouldn't be so much of a big deal.
I am here to be humiliated. It is my kink.
God? Wait, yeah, you do suck, God. Imagine being God and giving me $5. Fucking $5. I mean, to argue with any religious person, you need to know what they think. Name one thing that I have said that isn't true. You're the expert. Tell me what I got wrong. Honestly. I want to hate a person because they're wearing Crocs. Why can't I hate a person because of whatever else trivial? If that reason is trivial, allowed. If I can hate a person for wearing Crocs, that's an incredibly trivial reason. And then people can harp on me about how stupid it is for me to hate an entire person because of the Crocs they wear. But you see me, I will hate the fuck out of that Croc wearing freak, and I have no qualms about it.
That's a huge section of people to just completely write off as unattractive, and it just seems like kind of strange. Like, is it literally like just the skin color is like unattractive to you? Like, I don't know. It just seems like a weird statement to me.
It's as simple as fucking evolutionarily, we want to fucking propagate our fucking like shit, and so propagating our own fucking shit involves finding people that are similar to our own shit.
Well, I mean, that's not true by definition, though.
Dude, I'm sorry. This should be fucking obvious. Like, she is literally nothing more than a controversy clout chaser. She has no morals. She has no standing. She has no clue what she's talking about. She says whatever she thinks that people want to hear. That she's this great communist queen that you should be giving all of your money to. And she turns around and does nothing for the community whatsoever. Like, name one thing. Like, please show me if I'm wrong in the comment section. Name one thing that Bad Bunny has actually done that has been a benefit to society, that has actually been a benefit to her community, that has ever been a benefit to anybody but her. She's selfish, she's bigoted, she pretends to virtue signal when she doesn't even know what she's talking about. And the thing is, I'm not saying I'm clean. Like, a lot of my beliefs and a lot of my ideals, people would sit there and they would probably say that I'm bigoted or I'm evil or I'm racist or I'm homophobic or I'm all these other isms all across the board. But at least I don't go out trying to call out other people when I know I'm not clean. One thing that I'm not is I'm not a hypocrite. And that's one thing that I'm more than happy to call out Bad Bunny for. So, let the fire burn and let her keep roasting. But the sad thing is, we all know the truth. She's going to make more money, she's going to get more fame, and she's going to be more popular because of this, until eventually she has an army of haters and detractors constantly making videos about her, and then she's going to fold in and just pretty much say, like, I can't handle all this hate. She's going to pull a dark side Phil. Dude, watch it. I guarantee you that's the next step for Bad Bunny. Like, look at this. She already sits there and bans. If you say anything that she remotely disagrees with, she will sit there and she will already have you banned before you can even get your question answered by her. And she'll usually do some kind of condescending mocking about it as well. If you say that you don't like her content, ban. If you ask her if she's lesbian, ban. If you say anything that she does not agree with, ban. I'm honestly would not be surprised if she has more of a ban list than she does her own followers. But, you know, it is what it is. Maybe she's on to something. Just spout out BS every single time on stream while you're a cute girl, and then once your cuteness fades, make an OnlyFans, get the last bit of money out of it, and then just tail out while saying that you are still a communist queen, baby, living in your multi-million-dollar mansion at the end of it all. God, it must be great being a cute white girl in today's time. your life is literally like Dark Souls easy mode, okay? Well, that's about all I had to talk about with Bad Bunny. Like, I'm sure I can make more videos on her in the future because she is actually mentally unstable and needs some professional help. But hey, who knows? We'll see what the next controversy she comes out with, if hopefully she doesn't delete it fast enough before I can actually get like any kind of information on it. So this has been Rex. I appreciate you guys tuning in and listening, and I will totally be subbing to Bad Bunny for $5 a month to enjoy her premium content until she sees this video and bans me like she does everybody else who slightly disagrees with any of her opinions or ideas that she has on the world. And I'm out. Peace.
Amigos, Conquer.